You want to play some Misery? Oh, I got a game for you. It's called Bayou Billy. And so what happened back in the day is, Konami would bring these games over to the United States, and they were like, you know what, they just rent these freaking games, man. They just rent them and beat them. And so, in order to make these games like, freaking something they can't beat, over a weekend, we got to make it really hard. And so that's what they did here. And the NES version is much harder than the Famicom Japanese version. And so the enemies are just giant bullet sponges, and it's like ridiculous. Like to fight the first scene, most people will never get past this scene right here against blue guy and pink guy, because they will kick your freaking ass. And the only way you have to do is you just kind of like put your feet or punches out, just put them out in the air and kind of move up and down, and just don't stand still, because if you stand still, they're just going to sink on in your ass and destroy you. Don't even do jump kicks. You just got to freaking just keep moving up and down. And as most beat 'em ups, your guy is kind of a slow moving, and you feel like, man, if I just hold this damn NES controller down like harder or something, he'll move faster. That's not how that works. It's not, at least back in those days. And so he feels real sluggish, and you need to be highly mobile to dodge these enemies in a sluggish ass game. And this is all of the makings of just something that's god awful miserable. So guy has 70 billion hits. You guy feels slow, awkward. It's tough as shit. And then to top this off, one of those things that they tried to make to differentiate Bayou Billy from, say, something like Double Dragon, is that they have other modes of play. So there's a mode where you're with a zapper gun, you're shooting guys with a zapper. You can use a controller if you want to. And then there's another mode where you're driving, and the driving's freaking awful too. The only thing close to that misery is the shooting part, which you can't get to because you can't beat the first level, because it goes on and on and on as you fight the same two guys over and over again, and it's freaking ridiculous. They eventually add some dudes. What was it? Scuba guys? Kitty? I can't remember what it was. It's just at the end of this damn level, where you can eventually get a gun. It helps shoot people, and like, oh, thank God. But they can shoot you too. And so you better have your bulletproof vest too, which is a thing you can pick up from the enemies that try to help you. And I want to say there's pork chops or some shit you can get. And there's crocodiles. But you can beat the crocodiles by standing just right on the land and then kicking out just right. And you can hit them in their freaking nose or whatever. And it takes 75 zillion hit points. Oh, there's a pork chop right there. You punch a guy in the butt and the pork chop pops out, kitty. Oh, the blue guy ate the pork chop. Well, this is a severe not recommend. Which is sad, because when you're a kid and it's like the 80s, Crocodile Dundee is one of your favorite freaking things. It's like, man, I'm about to play Crocodile Dundee, except in Louisiana with Bayou Billy. No, you're not. You're about to get your ass annihilated, and you're going to feel miserable, and you're going to rent this thing from the movie store, and you're going to get your ass kicked, and you're going to try and fail. It's bad. I can't describe how bad it is until you play it. Have fun. Why don't you just go and try to press these guys straight in the face and see what happens? Oh, you'll get you annihilated. It'll be so brutal and so quick. And then as you're going up and down, your finger feels like it's about to just fall off, kitty. So I have, besides the music's great, I have otherwise zero good feelings about Bayou Billy. Bayou Shitty is more like it. Am I right, guys? It's bad. It's bad. Don't play it.